Hi, my name is Megan Vivian Megan Tory. I was abducted and chased out of Atakaku First Nations by the administration there. It was because of the Brendan Ahenakew accident, and I was strongly vocal about my 16-year-old daughter with the youth in which they accused and hunted to kill in retaliation. They used words like hit list and this is Larry Ahenakew. This is the chief of Atakaku First Nations, and he is also the limited partner for Atakaku Cree Development. His uncle, Ray Ahenakew, Richard Ahenakew, I'm not sure how he's related there. Carmen Little is the head counselor at one time, and he's also CEO. He was also the chairs of many of these boards. Of all the abuses that I was served in Atakakoop. I am really concerned about the abuses I was served in Atakakoop and this new urgent care center and the new forced treatment that is coming out. The urgent care center is going to be a holding center for our extreme addicts. I was abducted to RUH where they did try to put me in a jail cell, try to take me away and lock me up. And they all accused me out in Sandy Lake of being a cooked bitch and using my addiction against me to do so. They did so illegally, and these guys used their authority. I do believe it was an experiment to previously rolling this legislation out. So this is my claim to what I am saying. So this is why they won't investigate my allegations of the civil conspiracy that Larry Ahenakew was involved in, ACDEV was involved in, ACFS was involved in. They're all connected. They're all part of that family line. And they did some really criminal things to me because they believe that my 16-year-old killed one of theirs. Sheila Hennekew was the patient coordinator for that area from Shelbrook to RUH the time I was abducted. It was the Atakaku police force that initiated this on that day. It was during nominations. Sheila Hennekew is the daughter of Ruth Hennekew, who is a social worker at ACFS. She would have worked under Anita Hennekew, who put the attack on me and my daughter through ACFS, and I've expressed that. Anita Hennekew's mom was Donna Hennekew, who was a trustee board member at ACDEV, so our partners over there. And then Donna Hennekew, Lania Hennekew. Lania Hennekew was the chief's administrative assistant during this time, so they were all involved in the attack. Lania Hennekew was Larry Hennekew's administrative assistant. Donna Hennekew is Ray Hennekew's sister-in-law. So this is what ties everybody in. And then at ACFS, like I said, Sheila Hennekew is the daughter of social worker Ruth Hennekew, who would have taken orders from Anita Hennekew. And then Anita Hennekew takes her orders from ACDEV. And then I had Dave Sanderson tell me that the assaults that happened to me on ACFS premises, the police would not charge anybody from Atakakoop. The police from Atakakoop detachment would not charge anybody because Anita Hennekew is the one who tells them who to charge. So it was because of this situation, Justice for Brendan Ahenakew. They accused my 16-year-old of luring Brendan Ahenakew to a death or to a trap house in the community because my daughter was the last person in contact with him. They accused her and they hunted us because I was an outsider, a white woman, an addict, blah, blah, blah. I've been an addict in recovery for how many years? That's why I find this highly offensive. Here's some more proof to what I have to say about them. Believing I'm cooked, this is all the Ahenakew family. These are your ACDEV partners and the ones that are going to be in charge of the urgent care centers. And my fear is if their personal biases can cause them to do this and abuse their authority as such, then Saskatchewan, your addicts, white, brown, whatever, we're in a lot of trouble. I do believe I was gang stalked out of Atakakoop First Nations. They abused me. Many of the families abused me, the Hennekew families, because of the Brendan Hennekew situation. Here's my proof. This is Matthew Hennekew. This is Chief Larry Hennekew's adopted son, so he is highly influenced by the people around him. Again, this is Matthew Hennekew, Chief Larry Hennekew's adopted son. This is Iona Hennekew, the chief's wife, on my page, liking posts and liking the abuses in which her family was putting forth. You see Iona Hennekew here. This is Brendan Hennekew's GoFundMe page. They were paying them $250 and refused to stop the abuses in which this family was doing and the defrauding of the Saskatchewan tax-paying citizens. This is Hope Hennekew. This is Councillor Clifford Hennekew's granddaughter at the time. They were attacking. They had sent the RCMP to my house that night while she was on social media. And the RCMP in Atakakoop said I was attacking people on social media. This woman continued This was 5 o'clock the next morning after she sent them to my house, and they woke me up at 11 o'clock at night. And you'll see her language here. She believes I'm a cooked bitch, and that's what I mean. They use this to abduct me by hospitals, and they use their authority to do so. It was a civil conspiracy. This is Chief and Counsel's Relations, Carla Albert, Lisa Johnstone, Hennique, Tanya Bird. They were all related to Chief and Counsel at that time. They forged many different strange profiles or fake profiles, and again, the language is there. Again, this is the chief's son, and yeah, he's encouraged some of his friends. Carla Albert's daughters also did this. So did Iona. So did Stacy. This is all the Chief Hennique's family. And so Marty, who was a former counselor in 2017, 6 months before this accident, he started uttering threats, and the Hennique administration kept his word. Well, if the cops don't do anything about it, I know who will. And he also used words like hit list. Again, the chief's brother, the justice coordinator who would have set up the meeting. Showing you this because they abused their line of authority to abduct, and they blame me for being an extreme addict. This is the Chief and Counsel list from 2017. You will see Marty Hennique's name on there. He sat with Larry Hennique, and some returning counselors are Stanley Sasakamoose. I think that is it for now from 2021. Stanley was sitting at that table. Barry is again at that table. So Carla Albert was one of our assailants, and you'll see here she was making fun of me in all these posts, and then I will show you the chief's wife was here encouraging her. So these are the people that responded to her last post, and you'll see Iona Hennique, that is the chief's wife. This is Joni Genro is the one who assaulted me at ACFS under Anita Hennique. This is them on my pages. Carla Jane is admitting. Carol Hennique is the sister of the second in command at, and also Larry's cousin at ACFS. Again, their language. Again, Carla Albert referencing my crazy. She is working under Larry Hennique and that family. They all talk in circles. They set me up saying that I was highly addicted, I was white, and I basically crazy. It's Carla Albert's false apology. She knows what she did. My daughter did miscarry. We lost a life. We lost a vehicle. We lost a house. We lost my job. I lost my family. And this is Carla Albert's admission to what she had done. Again, this is Counselor Clifford Hennique's granddaughter. This is my admission, her admission too, to my saying that it was 3 different families. I didn't know which ones. I was very confused. I was highly attacked by all of them. So this Amanda Halkett makes reference to, beating me up and getting a check for it. And that's what I'm basically saying, is that these people were paid to abuse us under the authority of Larry Hennique, that administration. It was aided and abetted by most of these people, our partners, and SAS Party. This was a text message I received the same day we were confronted by Carla Albert's kids in Prince Albert. So this is Anita Hennique, ACFS director, Anita Hennique's daughter. She also phoned in as swatting on me last year at the Regina RCMP. Again, the language there, right? I'm crazy, blah, 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 blah. That is the influence of these Henniques, their parents, and that bloodline. This is where Carla Albert makes admission to being Marty's relation and how she is related to the Henniques here at the bottom. And yeah, she did utter threats that day too. Again, Matthew Hennique, Chief Hennique's son. This is our radio announcer in Atakakoop, Debbie Gray. She is married into Community, and they are strong Chief Hennique supporters. So Juno Dean, that's O&M Ron Director's daughter. Again, fuck you're crazy. That's a Hennique language. Kevin and Ashton Williams. Ashton works for BATC. They are huge chief fucking supporters. Look at his wording up there. He was the one who gave me the defamation threat, and he wasn't even a band member. And he also threatened to physically assault me. His wife actually did. So I look at that as intimidation. And Kevin has been known to stalk me on Facebook or on TikTok as well. Up there it says that sounds all methed up. They do believe I'm a strong addict, and they abuse their authority. That was Chief and Counsel, and when I asked Saskatchewan to address the civil conspiracy, I know what it is. This is the wording for Act Dev. They refused to.